So we want to bring now to the stage both Lisa, who's managing our Gay Parenting Assistance Program, and Kim Kaplan from the Hebrew Free Loan Society. So Lisa, why don't you lead here? How did we meet those good fellows in the Hebrew Free Loan Society?
So I feel like we've been working with you guys so long. I can't remember even our first time meeting, but we've been so fortunate to be able to partner with Hebrew Free Loan Society to really kind of expand on their wonderful programs, which Kim will talk about in a few moments, but to be able to support our guys on another level and more completely. So we've been able to take our funding and use their system to issue interest-free loans for recipients of our Stage 2 program. And this has been us not only to be able to help guys who really don't have the funding, even with the donated services, even sometimes as well with grant funding to cover all of those expenses, to be able to afford the surrogacy journey without that extra burden of having to pay interest rates or anything like that. And it also has been able for us, in as far as our program works, to be able to kind of use that in capital to keep that moving along and really be able to help somebody without the same sort of outpouring that we would do through our grant funding. So I know for us and for our program, being able to offer interest-free loans has been a huge asset. We've been able to help more guys, accept more guys into the program, and help guys with a lower level of self-funding. So both of those are very significant, I say positive things for our program. But I'll let Kim talk a little bit now about kind of what your program is and outside of what we do together, what you guys have to offer.
Sure. Thank you so much, Lisa and Ron. MHB has been an awesome partner. I wish all of our partnerships were this easy and all of our partners as accommodating as you've been. So for those of you who haven't heard of the Hebrew Free Loan Society, and I'm guessing that's the majority of you, we are a 129-year-old nonprofit organization based in New York City. And since 1892, we've been providing interest-free, no-fee loans to low and moderate income New Yorkers for just about every purpose you could possibly think of. We have loans to cover medical expenses and dental expenses, to pay college tuition, to help people meet rent obligations, overdue bills, help people assist family, pay for immigration fees, launch or grow a small business, really, you name it, and HFLS loans can support it. For about 15 years or so, we have had a fertility treatment loan program, relatively small, unfortunately somewhat unknown. We would try to find ways to make it more well-known in the area we serve, which is the 5 boroughs of New York City, Westchester, and Long Island. And we just didn't get a lot of traction. And then MHB came knocking on our door and said, hey, why don't you work with us? And we'll be able to reach more people who could really use the service that you provide. So we started this partnership, as Lisa was saying, that actually allows us to break out of our catchment area based in the greater New York City area and help people who may live elsewhere in the US. Really, men having babies, you guys do all the work. You find the people who need our help, you give them the whole spiel as to what HFLS is all about, explain the program, and basically just send us the very simple application form and documents that we need to process the loans. The fertility treatment loans are up to $25,000, and they can cover literally anything related to surrogacy. And again, we have MHB as our partner. They know everything, so they just tell us what the need is, and we're able to put that through. So I'm really excited that I had the opportunity to speak with you, because the unfortunate reality is that HFLS just isn't well known enough, despite having been around for 129 years. And in case it isn't already clear, we are non-sectarian despite our name. We have Hebrew in the title, rooted in a Jewish tradition of interest-free lending, but since our founding, we have been non-sectarian. We don't ask about religion. That is not important. We serve anyone and everyone who meets our very basic eligibility guidelines. So if you live in the greater New York City area, again, it's the 5 boroughs of New York City, Westchester, or Long Island, Feel free to check out our website. It's HFLS.org, the acronym for Hebrew Free Loan Society.org. And all the information about all of our programs, including fertility treatment loans, is located there. If you don't live in our catchment area, you can, of course, reach out to Ron or Lisa, and they will be able to determine whether you might qualify for assistance. And even if it's not for fertility treatment loans, Lisa can put you right in touch with me, and we can talk about potential other sources of assistance for you. Because we are not the only free loan out there. There are Hebrew and Jewish free loan societies all over North America, in lots of different cities. Each is an independent nonprofit, so they have their own rules, their own guidelines, their own programs. Some only serve the Jewish community, some like us are non-sectarian. So we can put you in touch with one of the free loans in your area if one exists, and hopefully you'll be able to obtain assistance from them. And feel free to spread the word to your friends, family, colleagues, neighbors, anyone who might have, who might need some support, especially these days with COVID. A lot of people who would not have been struggling are struggling as a result of just the reality that we all face. And HFLS is here and really wanting to help. So I think I have covered all the key points. Is there anything that I should talk about, Lisa or Ron, that I didn't get to?
I will just add in, not only are you guys a wonderful organization, I recommend anybody here that has not heard of you, go to their website and check them out. It really is a meaningful work that they do through their organization and what they do to help so many people across for so many different reasons. If something like doing interest-free loans, like we've been able to partner with them through Men Having Babies, expand that area, help people outside of the regions that they do serve, and help people in a very meaningful way through using we've been using our own capital. If you're interested in doing the same, I am more than happy to talk with you. Kim, I don't believe, can stick around for the rest of the evening as we break to smaller discussions, but I will be here and more than happy to talk to you about how that works on a bit more of a logistics sort of way and really answer any more of those questions. But thank you so much, Kim, for joining us. Ron, I don't know if you had anything else.
Just to make it explicit, that if you are a surrogacy agency, or if you're a surrogacy or an IVF clinic, and you know that existing financing options are not so affordable, but you're willing to provide basically like a payment plan, financing to your own clients, interest-free, we can facilitate that. We have the infrastructure between us and the HFLS to allow you to basically provide a payment plan interest-free with very low risk. So talk to us about it. If it could be either the capital of the interest-free loan society, or the capital of Men Having Babies, or the capital of the providers, it could add up to a lot more people that can afford this. We know that a lot of people we talk to, Lisa, at GPAP, we ask them, what's your save rate? We know they can put some money aside, but also the biological clock is ticking, and the opportunity arises. If they can push it a little bit, that could make it more affordable for a lot of people. So thank you very much. We're going to now move on. We'll see you around, Tim.